Mike Urata started the band in Chicago and eventually made it back to Boulder, where he used to live, and played in many bands before then. And Tom played cello and guitar in the band, and they knew that I played violin, and they just invited me along. And that was 20 plus years ago. I basically was involved with taking the original score and arranging it for an ensemble of augmented DeVotchKa. Having somebody hanging over your head a little bit, like telling you that this needed to be different, or that part of it I'm not quite used to. We had a great music director, Greg Coffin. He was awesome, and he definitely held our hand through the process and everything, but there was a little bit of a, like, Daddy's not going to be happy with me, you know, if we don't do it like this. So when, I think it was Greg Coffin maybe, or, yeah, I can't remember who suggested that we become cast members, but it was just this one scene where they marched us up to the top of the barber chair, sat us down, and Sweeney Todd took a knife and slashed us, and they gave us these cool blood packs, and I felt like I was in a movie or something. You just squished your blood pack and it came shooting out, and it was awesome. And I got to pretend to die, which I haven't done since I was a kid. Pretend to die. I like actually being in the background. I've never felt amazingly comfortable on stage and having people look at me exactly. So I actually kind of like being in the background and being in that role where you're more responsible for the creation of the entire thing. I enjoy performing too, don't get me wrong. I do get a kick out of it. Chris Coleman would send articles. There was one in particular article from the New York Times that was interesting about sort of the genetic makeup of the people of the Iberian Peninsula, essentially, and how these different cultures had probably arrived on this peninsula. And it got him thinking that this is sort of the world that Illyria should be, this genetically sort of diverse stew of different cultures and different people, and how this would influence and inform the costumes and the music and the casting and the accents and all these things. With Twelfth Night, the idea that we're somewhere in the Mediterranean and there's like this Italian / Greek / Silk Road caravan coming in from Asia perhaps, and some North African influence with maybe some percussion, and it just allowed it to kind of create itself in a lot of ways. Mandolins and bouzouki. Bouzouki are Greek instruments traditionally, and then there's an Irish version as well, which is another path out to that part of the world. But so I think I started with that, and then the percussion I think was next. And from there, it kind of spawned into melodies and harmonies and that sort of thing. But it definitely started with instrumentation on that project.